The Department of Justice is warning officials in Texas that the federal government will sue the state unless it removes large barriers it recently set up in the middle of the Rio Grande to keep migrants from entering into the U.S. Our Rochelle Turner has been following this story and joins us now.
The state doesn't have much time left. Governor Abbott has already made it clear that Texas is within its rights. I spoke to a professor at South Texas College of Law who says this case could make it to the highest court in the land. The Department of Justice is demanding Governor Greg Abbott remove these orange barriers meant to deter migrants out of the Rio Grande River or face legal action. Earlier this week, state lawmakers pressed for accountability after a troubling report from the border alleging inhumane treatment of migrants.
I think Texas is trying to establish a principle that they at least have some authority over the border, and they can't just sit by idly as people sort of enter the country without any sort of federal enforcement. So this will be, I think, a legal challenge that could go all the way to the Supreme Court.
I spoke to South Texas College of Law professor Josh Blackman, who says Texas has some authority over the Rio Grande River, but there are challenges when it comes to immigration.
There are certain treaties and the federal laws governing crossing of that border. And the Department of Justice has argued that instituting this policy interferes with federal law governing this body of water.
The DOJ claims Texas is violating federal laws, raising humanitarian concerns, and presents a serious risk to public safety and the environment. In a tweet, Governor Greg Abbott said, Texas is stepping up to address this crisis. We will continue to deploy every strategy to protect Texans and Americans and the migrants risking their lives. We will see you in court, Mr. President. Blackman says the DOJ will try to seek a preliminary injunction to block the governor's policies. I asked him what changes could be made to resolve issues at the border.
The balance between the state and the federal government is actually a difficult legal question. And what role the states can do to stop people from sort of coming into the state is somewhat open. The courts have resolved a lot of it. There are a few sort of wrinkles that Texas may have some authority.
The state has until tomorrow to respond to the DOJ about removing the barrier. In the newsroom, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.